Hi, I'm Amy,
And I'm Daniel.
and welcome to HR Won't Like This. It's a podcast about two coworkers.
Who somehow just cannot stop talking. So that's why we end up here, I guess.
So as you guys are wondering kenapa kita ada paper bag kat kepala kita orang, one of the biggest reasons is that we have a horrible...
Our digital footprint is horrible lah, essentially. So if you dig up one of our Twitter accounts, it's easily cancelable. So for the sake of anonymity.
So this is our first episode. We're just trying out this podcast because our boss decided
that, let's put two people who cannot stop talking together in front of a camera and see the unhinged stuff that they talk about lah. Actually,
Yeah.
this thing is very uncomfortable lah.
I know. Okay. Do you want to take it off?
I think you can take it off lah, kot.
Take it off?
You take it off.
You take it off first. Why do I have to take it off?
Because you're the lead.
Okay, I'm gonna take it off and you're gonna see the glorious face underneath this paper bag. Hopefully it won't shock you too much.
Boleh lah, kot.
Why?
So is it my turn now?
Yes, Dan,
Do I
it's
need
your
to-
turn.
Okay. Aduh. Sorry lah, hidung besar sangat. Hello. Habis. After this,
Habis
aku tak
lah.
tahu.
Aku pun tak tahu lah.
If I get cancelled, call my lawyer.
It's okay, we will. So, Daniel, why? Why are we here? Why we started a podcast? I know we just explained it a bit, but how did you and I came here?
Okay, so essentially how we got to this point in our lives, guys, it's because we met when we started working in February last year, kan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so February last year. And then we discovered things about ourselves that are a little bit too close in parallel. So essentially to describe it, kita orang macam two sides of the same coin. Where I will not air her dirty laundry here because I do not want her to get arrested. But
Well, essentially, me and him somehow we click in like 3 months of working together. Yeah, let's talk a bit about what we worked before we came to this position that we are here now.
I think you have the most interesting one so far because mine is very mundane corporate slavey kind of job.
Me?
So yeah.
Me,
Talk about how you hunt people for stories.
eh,
Huh?
I do not hunt people for stories. Okay, that is.
Oh yeah, sorry. The word is harass.
See, it's so hard. It's so hard working dengan Daniel ni. Dia kadang-kadang suka sangat cakap perkataan yang pelik-pelik yang might cause him to go to jail.
That is how do I say it? The charm. Because I'm so grizzled and I'm like so tired of like everything already. I'm like, But yeah, continue. Your story.
Okay, before I came into this position in this current company that I am, I used to be a journalist. And yeah, essentially harassing people for story.
So are you not going?
But for the right cause, okay? It's to relay the information what is going on in Malaysia, okay?
Well, depending on how you relay the information lah, I think. Is that not right? But I mean, are you not going to disclose which agency?
No,
lah.
I'm not going to
Okay,
disclose.
so let's-
I do not want to cause unnecessary things because of my unnecessary actions. Stop, Daniel. Are you trying to make me go to jail? What's going on?
we made a pact. What? You go, I go. So yeah, journalism. Like, what are some of like the interesting stories or like some things that during your stint as a journalist that you encountered and macam wah.
So, being a journalist, right? One thing that I feel most interesting would be the different type of story that you get in a daily basis. During my probation period at that agency, I think I enjoy working in crime and court journalists.
So
Being a crime and court journalist lah.
So you're taking notes lah.
Mostly taking
Whenever
notes.
you try to commit crimes, okay,
Ay,
let's not do this because yeah. I mean,
Stop.
you're like writing your own guidebook.
You're
as to-
exposing me, okay? This should not be aired out. I thought this is our secret, Daniel.
I mean, I think we've gone past that when we sit here already lah, kot. So
see what I have to deal with right now.
But
See?
okay, like crime and court. Why?
Because you get to see interesting stories about why people got caught. They don't allow us to write stories about like children cases. Sorry, children cases, because
It's against the
it's
law,
against the
right?
law.
Yeah, they
So
have
I was
a-
like, but I guess it's interesting to learn about what's going on in Malaysia, because not all of the court scene or court stories aired out, but we as a journalist get to sit there and wait for the interesting story.
So like when you say wait, how long do you wait for?
We have to be smart. Sebab hari-hari akan ada story baru. Tapi kebanyakan story baru tu biasanya sama. Like drug cases, corruption. So as a journalist, you need to be a bit smart in a way. You have to ask them like, apa story interesting hari ni?
Macam ada cerita best tak macam tu?
Yeah,
Macam
yeah.
macam kau kita wayang kan. Macam
Yeah,
ada cerita
yeah.
best tak hari ni?
Betul-betul. Macam itulah cerita dia.
Astaghfirullahaladzim, sabar je lah. But okay, interesting. And then like, is that like the beat that you cover mostly ataupun
Unfortunately not, because it's just during my probation era. So, but end up I cover general news, which is not something that I like.
Okay,
Honestly,
when you say general news, right? Like how general is the news?
most you can cover general news is like politician, like what is going on happening, like. You know, in parliament, sometimes you have to cover parliament, you have to cover GE, you have to cover like whatever event or convention that the menteri come to. So those are the things you have to cover, and it gets boring and mundane because most of the time they're just talking about the same thing.
Okay.
I'm not. I love my government.
She says as she stares into the camera.
I love my government. Please don't arrest me. Please don't arrest me. So Daniel, what about you? You say you're a corporate slave?
Yeah, so I started professionally working when I was 20. Aku lupa umur sendiri. 20 berapa 22. Yeah, I graduated in strategic communications in one of the local universities lah. And then I went into content moderation, which is something that is like, okay, when we talk about like content moderation, people think, oh my god, you guys are watching like gruesome contents. Actually, no. For me specifically, I was watching mainly monitoring Malaysian live streams. So I started with that. I did that for like 1.5 years, and then I dug my own grave going to PR. So I hope my former manager not watching this because like, I'm gonna get cancelled. But okay, yeah. So it didn't work out. I was there for like 6 months, and then so basically it was a 6 months probationary period where I was introduced to the very colorful worlds of public relations, and then I quit because I couldn't take it, and I thought that was it. And I took like a 6 month sabbatical just to konon muhasabah diri, go on a spiritual journey lah.
Did you?
Obviously not, I'm here. So like the muhasabah diri session did not work. Okay. And then I found SW Strategies, which is our current company.
Yeah. Okay.
So we deal with mainly public affairs, and also like our bread and butter is public relations. So one interesting thing is that we don't really have an office.
Yep.
Right? So
that's the best part actually.
well, depending on if you're an extrovert or an introvert lah. But for me, if I stay at home a little bit too long, aku nak gila. So
Actually, yeah, me too.
Kau pun faham kan, aku dah lama dengan mak aku pening kepala aku. So
cerita mak-mak ni jangan masuk lah.
Okay, sorry,
Cerita
aku lepas.
mak-mak ni kita tak masuk.
sorry mak, I love you. You are my queen. But yeah, we currently serve the Southeast Asian market. So we have members and also consultants across all the regions. We have our recent addition will be Vietnamese.
Yeah, that's our
Vietnamese.
recent hire, Vietnamese, and I mean it's a wholesome. Okay, I'm gonna lick my company a bit. It's a,
Which part are you licking?
I don't know. Don't ask me. Jangan tanya.
Which
okay?
part are you licking? Let's
Jangan
be specific,
tanya.
okay?
Jangan
Because
tanya. I mean, as much as the benefit is to work at home, right? You work remotely and you don't need to go anywhere. Tapi once in a while, we have to go out and we have certain stories that happen, like events that
what stories?
events.
Oh, events, okay.
Events that boils our blood.
I mean, Well, when you deal with like people that are, when your nature of business is dealing with human relationships, basically, okay, how I would put it simply for people who don't understand PR is like basically managing an overly attached girlfriend that doesn't know when to stop or when to understand no.
Agak lah.
Sebab dia orang macam fikir macam, okay, they're paying us, so like, we should listen to them. But then again, they hire us for our brains.
Yeah.
So we're not just yes men. We provide like strategic counsels and we provide direction as to how they can maintain a positive image to their stakeholders in public. So that's basically what PR is lah.
Yeah.
So there needs to be a certain level of push and pull between like clients and also the agency.
Yeah, and PR also the reason why we are here now, because they tend to go crazy, making us go crazy. The clients make us go crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Okay, fun fact. This man over here, here,
Aduh, penat lah.
he is actually my boss in a way.
Well, okay. Here's the thing.
Okay, go.
Okay, here's the thing, right? It's just okay. I don't know how to defend myself anymore because yes, she reports directly under me, but in a way, okay, you know what? You take over lah because I don't know how I want to hear your perspective. Like, how is it?
So, because even though kita masuk together, like we said, kita masuk bulan February last year, he has more experience. Wait. He has more experience in PR, and dia ni kiranya our boss look up to him to get like more information or get more research based done because he is used to it. Well, like I said, I was a journalist. I have no background in PR. So in a way, he's my mentor. But now, he recently just got promoted. He got promoted and now he is like our boss now for all of the region.
No lah, okay.
Yes, you are.
It's not, okay,
Don't
it's
lie,
not as
you are.
glorified as you guys think. It's just different bumps in title, but in a way, I'm still doing a lot of like the bread and butter of like the PR work lah. So client servicing, day-to-day account management. It's just that aku ada manusia satu ni aku kena handle. So aku naik sakit kepala jugalah sebenarnya kadang-kadang ada peperangan.
My story kasih kat kau bukanlah jenis yang pening-pening Story aku semua
It's
jenis
about
yang
football. Which part of me that you think exudes? Oh, this guy watches football.
That's not mine. It's not.
I want to ask you guys, looking at me, right? Do you think there's a single ounce in my DNA that screams, oh yeah, this guy is a fan of football? I don't understand why 22 people are chasing one ball for like 90 minutes.
I also don't know. Okay. Even during my journalism years, I hate doing sports stories. Okay. Sports stories, it's not for me, bro. It's not for me.
Because I think sport is a little bit too straight for me.
Okay.
Really? It just exudes straight guy energy.
It is. But there are people who likes. Okay,
They're
you know what? Let's just stop there. That will be another topic in future episode, hopefully.
Yeah,
anyway, let's just.
we're horrible at sports, by the way.
Yeah, very horrible. So, let's just. Why this podcast? Why do you think? Okay, first of all, kepada to
para
the
penonton
listeners,
berhormat,
para penonton berhormat di sana kalau nampak kita orang ni macam tak betul, kita memang tak betul. We are not okay.
Well, satu tak diagnose lagi lah. I dah cuba untuk bawa dia pergi klinik tapi dia tak nak pergi. So, bila anda rasa anda ready, silalah. I have my therapist number on hospital, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. So this podcast is about us airing out our dirty laundry, one. Secondly, giving unsolicited advice
or hot takes also lah sebenarnya.
Or hot takes about whatever topics that we're going to talk about.
Why we chose the title HR Won't Like This also, right, is because this is the kind of conversation that you don't talk about in the office. Because the moment HR hears, it's gonna be either one or two things.
Dapat warning letter?
Yes, satu. Or 24-hour notice without pay.
Betul.
Yeah, so it's just a way for us to also talk about things that are mundane, things that are like, extreme a bit lah. I would say we're extremists.
Well, maybe something that you guys would relate
Yeah, hopefully you guys
Because
will relate to this kind of thing.
as much as we're not Gen Z, we are a bit. We're Gen Z.
Excuse me.
We're
Okay,
Gen Z,
okay.
we're Gen
This
Z.
is also one thing that I want to air out. Okay, this girl is in full denial that cakap macam I am a millennial. Little does she know. Okay, news flash. 97 is a Gen Z.
Okay,
Okay.
boomer.
Damn. Just because my hair is white.
So I hope you guys would enjoy this first episode.
So this is like basically an icebreaker lah.
Yeah,
So
just an
us.
icebreaker for you guys to know who the heck the two of us are.
Macam tiba-tiba muncul kan. Kau dari mana?
Kan.
Sebagai cendawan tumbuh selepas hujan.
Wah. SPM dapat apa?
A minus.
Ai.
So, tapi sekarang kalau aku suruh aku tulis bahasa Melayu, bunyi cari pok polis. Serious. Every time I have to write something in Malay, when I look at it, I'm like, ya Allah, kau report kat ada benda hilang ke? Ada orang kena culik ke?
Yeah, no denying it. So I hope you guys enjoy the first episode.
Hopefully, if you guys enjoy this kind of things, like let us know any HR related topics that you guys might want to talk about that you guys are too scared to talk about in the office, and let us take on that responsibility of being on the verge of getting fired.
Yep.
So stay tuned. This is HR Won't Like This, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.